Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some Europa Universalis IV, the Cossacks DLC. Alright, so it's been almost 2 years to the day since I've last played Castile. We will be playing as Castile for two main reasons. Number one is that we're going to be going for the Blackjack achievement in this campaign, which requires us to have 21 different subjects, all with low liberty desire and over 5 cities each, 5 cities or more. So a colonizer just kind of makes sense. And then number two, there's like a Castilian disaster that I keep seeing when I'm playing, and I want to know a little bit more about it. So first thing we're going to do, though, we're going to generate a random new world. Hopefully, it's a good one. We won't know until we've been playing for a little bit, because I am going to have Terra Incognita on, so we won't be able to see it at the start of the game. A little bit of actual, true exploration. It'll be fun. Now, I believe Portugal still does start with an explorer, so they'll have a leg up on us on exploration. This is my first campaign, started on 1.15.1. Basically, my last campaign did span over the course of a major patch, and so it's time for a new campaign. But Castile, I think, is going to be a fun little country to revisit. A lot has changed in 2 years, so you know it's like playing a brand new game, practically. So we're going to go ahead and start a new Iron Man save. We're going to call this Blackjack. And we'll dive right in. We'll take a look at our country ideas. Now, I haven't 100% in my mind decided if I want to kill Portugal or let Portugal be friendly and then maybe try to full annex them at some point. I'm actually thinking vassalizing them would be sweet. The only problem being that, well, actually, no, that's a great idea, come to think of it. If we vassalize Portugal and they continue to colonize and form their own colonial nations, then we could potentially have multiple colonial nations in individual colonial regions, which then when we annex Portugal would get us closer to that limit versus having just a couple colonies in huge colonial regions. Plus, we don't want the colonies to get very strong. If they get really strong, then they might try to break free, and you never know, late game somebody might do some nonsense with espionage ideas and go nuts with agitate for liberty, I think is what it's called. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our light ships, get them protecting in Sevilla, you know what I'm saying. The other ships, I think we can probably just mothball for now. We're probably not going to go to war for a little while. We have King Juan and good old Enrique, so we start off with the absolute most god-awful characters in the game, aside from maybe Henry Lancaster, who's also pretty god-awful. Now, I have heard some interesting things are going on in this current patch that it may not be the most balanced of things, but we'll see how we do. So, quick recap, if you're not familiar with our ideas, let's take a look. We've got missionaries +1, morale of armies +15%. That is an amazing starting tradition. An extra 15% morale is freaking awesome. Discipline +5, pretty sweet. Missionary strength +2. We have an extra colonist. We can also fabricate on any overseas province belonging to another nation who are also overseas from the province or to their colonial nations. So basically we can fabricate on lots of stuff. Lots of papal influence, that's cool. Provincial trade power modifier and global tariffs. The tariffs are kind of weak. The provincial trade power modifier is okay. Heavy ship combat ability comes in pretty late in the game, but it's nice. And yearly prestige +1's pretty meh at that far into the game, but it'll come in handy just for keeping our prestige high. I suppose by the time we get to the third idea group, we'll be worried about aggressive expansion, so that will be nice to have. We do make 9 whole ducats a month because we do have a gold mine in La Mancha. There has been a change. We currently have a 0.07% chance for the mine to deplete each year having its production. So right now, this changed. It used to be you could go up to 10 production in a province that had gold, and it could never deplete. Now it can deplete no matter what. It's just the higher you raise the development, the more likely it is. So we'll probably raise it. It's going to be a huge source of money for us in the beginning game. We'll hire level 1 advisors across the board. I think just to start with, we'll take the spy offense guy. Why not? Stack some morale of armies. It seems great. Other than that, focusing on military tech seems pretty acceptable. Now, we could immediately just try to dive into attacking our neighbors, but let's see if we can hear things out, see things out a little bit. Truce with Granada until 48, so just shy of 4 years. Well, no, actually just a little bit more than 3 years. Our eligible rivals, we've got Aragon, Burgundy, England, France, and Portugal. Who has rivaled us? England, Burgundy, and France. Okay, so France doesn't want to play friendly. That's fine. Aragon is friendly. We could just play nice with Aragon for now and, you know, kind of ignore this. And then just hope that later on we do get the diplomatic Spain. We get the Iberian wedding. Could be a gamble, though. If we don't get it, then we just have a neighbor who we should have been eating all of that time. On the other hand, Portugal. Portugal's allied to England. So, kind of tricky. If we want to attack Portugal, we'd have to go to war with England. We have to wait a little bit anyway. You can't declare war at the beginning of the game anymore. You have to wait 1 whole month. So I guess we'll just kind of wait and see who allies who. We'll get a number of ally requests between now and then as well. Finish the Reconquista is kind of a good mission, but also kind of a bad mission to take right now, because if we do, we have to wait 3.5 years. Prove our prestige is not going to happen immediately. I think we solidify papal relations first. Alright. Who hates France? Austria hates France. Austria, you want to be friends? We'll improve with them. Who hates England? Aragon does. I think if we're going to do this, we're gonna try to be friends with Aragon. So let's go for improved relations. Let's manually set them to friendly if we haven't already. Yes, we have. Good. We're going to say that we want all of Granada. I mean, that just makes sense. That belongs to us, I think. Don't you think? All right. And without further ado, I think we'll just play a little bit on speed 2 for a moment. We'll set our rivals soon enough. Austria has entered into a military alliance. France has entered into an alliance with Navarra, as has England. France is probably going to make a play for Navarra, which I don't really care about. It's just a tiny little province. Usually Aragon attacks and takes Navarra anyway, and if we end up getting the Iberian wedding, then we get them that way. We could try to vassalize them, but that does take up an extra relationship slot that we may rather spend on something more important. Make sure that we've got our best guess set. It already is. Good deal. I mean, it's 1 province, a relationship slot for 7 development. Ugh, it's kind of meh. I don't really know how I feel about that. We can go up to speed 3 already. The spy offense could be nice. An alliance from Portugal. See, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure how I feel about that. Aragon has held off on forming any alliances whatsoever. Morocco and Tunis both hate Portugal. You know, it's just so tempting to immediately try to turn him into a vassal. We probably have to wait for England to be losing a war, though. I suppose for now, we will not accept. I know, we're historical friends, but this Castile is sitting on the sideline. It's only a 25 opinion penalty. We can always change our mind. I haven't rivaled them. I haven't, said I want their territory or anything yet. I'm just kind of sitting on the fence. We've gained the trade protection casus belli against Brittany. Alright. That sounds like a fun war. An alliance with Aragon, I think, suits us. Let's go ahead and come back from Aragon for now. Now let's see about this. I've never actually opened up with a war against Brittany. We could go to war with Burgundy. Burgundy's rival to France. No, they are not. Burgundy is rival to us. They are not rival to France, which means that France would very likely give them military access. They are neutral. So we would end up having to fight the Burgundian army. Burgundy has how many troops? 15k. We've got 21k. We also have more force limit available. We have no access to cannons yet, of course. It's the beginning of the game. And I think we'll create a template right from the start. We'll call this Castile Crushers. Castile Crush. Castile Crushing. Crushes. Castile Crushes. I don't know. Whatever. And we're probably going to stick with maybe as many as 4 cav right now. It's going to be our default template. How many calves do we have right now? We have 5. I think we probably just train some more infantry up to the force limit. In fact, let's not do it that way. Since I don't really plan on moving my army around just yet, let's do it from here. Works for me. So, I am pretty confident that our navy could beat the Burgundian navy. Brittany stands no chance, of course. Is there any particular benefit to doing it? I mean, we could get money. That would be nice. Aragon has entered into a military alliance with Austria. I, too, was considering this course of action. Aragon has also entered into a military alliance with Portugal. It's kind of to be expected. A little triumvirate, balance of power. You know, if they become friendly, we'll have it. You know what I definitely want to spend time doing in this campaign is the Game of Thrones. Which is going to be where we're going to royal marry pretty much everyone. There's no opinion penalty for rejecting royal marriages, so we're going to be spending a lot of time looking at this screen, I think. For now, we're going to reject that alliance, that royal marriage, and then let's see. So Austria's got a no heir, 29-year-old current ruler. Let's see, countries that interest us. Hungary is 0? Interregnum. Galway, Wallachia, Scotland has no heir. There's a chance. We need more diplomatic reputation to make stuff like this happen. But it could be quite fun. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up the guide. The guide on forming... What is it called? I don't remember the actual term. It's like the ultimate guide to royal marriages in EU4. We'll see. I'll have that resource available for future episodes. For now, though, we're just going to kind of stay at our force limit, make some money. We'll go down to half maintenance. We've got our mothballed forts, our mothballed ships. Let's get a few more ships queued up here. I love that you can use this now in 1.151. You can actually just click on that and they'll automatically get the same order issued to them to patrol the same node. So even though they might not join the fleet right away, fairly quickly they do. Now granted, again, this is not a world conquest type campaign, so I'm not going to be too concerned with speed. The goal is just to have a good time, enjoy colonization again, enjoy exploration, enjoy estates, experience the disaster, and, you know, try to knock out Blackjack. So that's the plan. Aragon, meanwhile, has a fairly good leader. You know what we should probably do is turn both of our characters into leaders. I'd rather have a Regency Council over having this 000 in charge. So let's see if we can kill Enrique. Let's put him in charge of an army. And let him just kind of stand around. Enrique de Trastamara. One of these days I'm going to have to decide who my rivals are. I remember from reading the guide that it's important that you have a powerful rival so that you can secure personal unions, the random ones. I'm going to probably go read that entire guide before I choose any rivals yet. There's really no penalty to having 0 power projection at this stage of the game. Meanwhile, I suppose we should be improving relations with somebody. The Papal State is now loyal to the Papal State is rather the Curia controller. Good for him. It's too bad England rivaled us. Be nice to use them against France. Burgundy had also rivaled us. Just taking our time and opening up by going down here could be fine. Also, going after Morocco might not be horrible. We could always use Portugal against them. Try to take Tangiers for ourselves, since it does have the coastal center of trade and it's not considered distant overseas. There is a map mode now for overseas. It's probably going to be geographical map mode, overseas provinces. Look at this. All of this is considered to be not overseas? Really? Oh, for Morocco, not for me. Right. All of this is not overseas. So we could get quite a little bit down into there. However, it does have that increased coring cost, which is rather nasty. I think we'll start off with a fabricating claim on Tangier. And if we can use Portugal against him, that'd be great. It'd be wonderful. Tunis would actually form an alliance with us. Attacking their rival. What provinces do they have of interest? We'd have to declare on Tlemcen, most likely, to get them to come in and promise them territory in Tlemcen. And then co-belligerent Morocco. And then we take land from Tangiers, we give land to Tlemcen. So to do that, I'll need to fabricate another claim here, which seems acceptable. We don't need the help, but why not use the help if you can? An unholy alliance between us and the Sunni. Why not, right? Besides, there's another province in here we could take as well. Yeah, Tlemcen. Let's go for both in one war. Now the tricky part is that if we declare war on Tlemcen, do you have any of this as set as special interest? No, you don't. So I think that we would have a hard time calling in Portugal in this way. I think it's a fair bet that Tunis has a smaller army than Portugal. Then again, if we earn enough, let's just be friends for now. Why not? I can turn on them when England is weak. Ooh, that's a nice event. Do we want to try to get to Tech 4 a little bit faster, or would we rather have the extra stability and prestige? Well, prestige is always good. Stability is always good. Admin is, generally speaking, more valuable. We're going to take I'm going to take this one just because it's more overall admin points. More monarch points. It's like 140 points versus 100. Brandenburg tell us that they have formed a personal union with Anhalt. Anhalt will now be ruled by the Prince Elector of Brandenburg. Very well. Sorry I declined your... no. Royal marriages are temporary. It's too temporary. Not unless we have an opportunity for something good. We need a Jagiellon. They formed their union over Lithuania. Surprise, surprise. Denmark has no heir. Interesting. Denmark is 30 years old. They wouldn't accept a royal marriage right now, I'm almost sure. Not without improving our relations tremendously. Denmark currently has too many diplomatic relations. Interesting. 2 alliances and 2 unions puts them at 4. Plus Holstein, so they're at 5. Boy, would it be amazing to get a union over Denmark who has a union over these two and just get all of that at once. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. Austria still has no heir. Still doesn't want to be our friend either. Get closer, though. Looks like we're going to secure the alliance first, and then we'll do the royal marriage. How crazy would it be if we got a union over Austria? Just luckily. Could happen. One idea group I think we'll definitely want to take at some point is going to be diplomatic, so that we can freely break royal marriages and play the Game of Thrones a little bit more. Now I'm starting to rethink my naming strategy for this campaign. Calling it Game of Thrones may have been a more appropriate title. But no, we'll call it Blackjack. England broke their alliance with Portugal. Okay, well we still have Aragon offsetting our ability to do this. Aragon's interested in, apparently, our land. Hopefully they call us into a war against Navarra, or something. How quickly do we earn favors with them? 1 per year. It's not going to be quickly. Not quick enough. Our general has already died. Oh, great. It's fine, we didn't need that guy anyway. I don't even remember what he was. I think he's actually a pretty good leader. I think all of the Iberian countries start with pretty damn good leaders. 434, 333. France, of course, starts with some really overpowered generals as well. And I think we just lost like a 3-3 or something. Poland's already started their conquest of that. Navarra has become a vassal under England already. Interesting. Aragon, call me into a war against Navarra, and then I'll backstab Portugal. Sound good? Sounds good, man. So we were considering an alliance with Tunis, but we'll need to improve relations with them to make something like that happen. Castile is allied to Tunisian rival Portugal. Okay, never mind. That's not going to work anymore, is it? It's alright. We'll find a way. We are Castile. Oh, you know what I haven't even looked at yet is the estates. How are estates looking in here? We got 50% loyalty across the board. We have buttons to click. We can ask for some contributions, lower their loyalty. Wouldn't actually hurt us yet. We could also demand immediate support. Lose some prestige in favor of gaining loyalty. I don't think we need the development cost modifier just yet, but yeah. Having them gain influence would also not benefit us. I think the threshold's 45% for the 15% trade efficiency modifier. So I think we'll just take some money. Losing some prestige and loyalty. Send an emissary to the Pope. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. So for 20 years, they gain influence. Not enough to actually be a real threat. Influence and loyalty. I think we do send the emissary to the Pope. Which lets us get 100 admin, which is pretty significant. They're also going to be just barely below the threshold, apparently. We'll need to do something else. We'll take the money we got from the other guy to get our loyalty back up. Unless, maybe we can do it here. Let's just do this. We'll seek support. I'm willing to lose 5 prestige and 5 legitimacy in favor of getting all the good bonuses. A national tax modifier plus 20 is pretty significant. The military support we can draw is not significant yet. We need to raise their influence. Gaining a free general seems like a good way to do that right now. And now we can, if we want to lower their loyalty again, and then just call a diet, bring them back into power, into happiness rather. It's going to put their actual influence very high. Seems fine, actually. I think we call the diet, and then we demand support. That's a lot of extra military points that we've already picked up. We're going to get to Tech 4 very quickly. Okay, I'm going to take a break here. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, if you want to show your support, feel free to click the like button or leave a comment or do any of those types of things. Share with your friends, or don't. You know, it's up to you. Only do it if you really want to support the channel. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you again in the next episode. See you soon.